Hey everyone. On this video, I kind of wanted to spotlight a couple programs for media streaming because this has made my life a lot easier streaming TV shows. It's the Arcos or the Nova Player. Nova Player's just upgraded. It's open source. It's the same as Arcos. It's just more new for new like Android boxes, and that's pretty much what I use. I either use my TV USB and a thumb drive, or right now, since I have this player, I use it to stream my TV and movies. There's a lot of things to like about this. My TV doesn't stream like the high efficiency codec, and this one does, of course. So it scrapes the media stuff. Let me show you right now. Let me go to this one. As you can see on the right hand side, it will tell you how far I've gotten through this program by that little percent bar. That's a nice feature. Plus, the recently played. Now, the recently added will add NFO files to save like scraped information, which I avoid. But I do like the recently played. It'll show you what you last did, and then down here at the bottom, it will actually show you the actual program of the very last thing you played. So you don't really have to go into the recently played. It'll show it down at the bottom. This is a new install, so it won't have anything right now. But it'll pick up your external devices. I really love to play movies from there. It's more stable, like TV shows. So there's a couple ways you can play this. If you just hit the OK button, what it'll do is, as you can see, nothing was scraped because this is a new install. So it will just go out and reach for the artwork for this. And it does take a little bit of time. Let's see if it'll do it. But in the meantime, you can get the subtitles from this. Of course, it shows you where it's located, the codec, the audio codec. You can get subtitles right from here, and that's down below. You hit that, select English, of course, and or whatever it is, and you're off to the races. You know, it starts, and in the player itself, you can have subtitles playing or turn it off. But I like that the resume is underneath the play. So I'm not sure exactly if there's a database. There would have to be, because there isn't any file on the external or the network storage device that holds this information. So it did take a while because this Android box is really old. It's Android 6.0. This Arcos is good for older Android devices, but I have a new Android device, T95Q. I just made a video of that. I'll probably put it in the corner so you can look at that. But yeah, it scraped all the artwork and stuff, and you can even play around with changing the logo or case logo, whatever it is. It has an opportunity to change that if you like. But I'm going to get out of this, go back, and then the thumbnails. And once you start doing it, it'll try to pick up all the info, but it won't save it unless you index. So that's kind of nice. So what else about the external hard drive? Now the Nova doesn't seem to pick up my external hard drive, and I'm not sure why. So I just put Arcos and Nova on this player. So if I want to just use the new one, I can. If I need the external hard drive, I just play the Arcos. I haven't really done the FTP in the cloud at all. I just go through the network storage device or external hard drive. The preferences, there's a tracked.com integration that tracks all the shows that you watch, and it also will tell you on the website what new shows are coming up that day, and you can select things to watch for. So this has made my experience so much better. I thought I'd do a video on it. Let me go into the preferences a little bit. It can automatically say don't use subtitles on default. There's different places where you can set places to get your subtitles, and they're easy to edit. For Condor, I took out all the English except for the subtitles for the Russian. And let me see what I use for that. I use Subtitle Workshop. Anyway, you can index pretty much anything. Just know those are going to have like NFO files, and it's going to look like a bloody mess for each media you have. So the one reason I like it is it scrapes the media just for that show, and it doesn't keep any cache as far as I know, or it doesn't clutter up my network storage device. I haven't got the playlist. I got the playlist to work once, and so the playlist pretty much doesn't work. Now, if you have streaming issues, I'm going to hold down the OK button, and it will give you a whole new little quick menu. If you don't want the title artwork to come up, you just want to play it or resume from where you had it. Let me get out of this. Let me go to this one. Okay, it doesn't have. Does it have the resume? I can't tell. Anyway, you can download the whole media file onto your Android device from this menu. So if you have streaming issues, I just had this in the living room, and the high efficiency codec 265 was giving me problems. It will play it, but the downloading, even though it was a small 300 megabyte file, the processing took a lot longer, and it was like really jittery slow. Like there'd be like seconds in between it. So it took like 20 minutes to download, and I've got a real cheap Android box for like $30. It's not very powerful, but that kind of gives you an idea on older Android devices how much time it takes to download. But once it downloaded, I was able to play it, and there was no jitters or caching issues. Marked as watched. You can actually delete the video. What else? Okay. I think... there is a different view to this too. There's two different versions. One, like, because I have this on my phone. There's a version where it doesn't look like this at all. It's more, it just shows you the block pictures or like list view. But I tend to like this better because it gives me, I can see the options and navigate easy through the network storage device or external hard drive. I think the other one is more for, your phone, where you can just tap on something and that kind of thing. So that's the reason why this video is going on, is because I really love it when I'm streaming at night. I also have an auto off. So you can set, let me get out of this. You can set there it is down at the bottom. You can set it to actually turn off. Now, most of the Android boxes I have, I go into rest mode. But this will actually, you can set it to, I have it set for 4:30 a.m. You just hit play and it'll loop. So, there we go. One time or loop. So at 4:36 a.m., it will actually turn the Android box off. Very nice. So I have both Nova and Archos. Let me run Nova because it's basically the same. Same kind of layout. Now you does that have the external? Okay. So when I plugged in the external, it didn't recognize it right away. So once I ran it again, it recognized it, I believe. Oops, I didn't want to do that. So anyway, that's the Nova player. The Tract integrates. Of course, that's a free password or free account. I can't see. Okay, there. That's the one I want. I really can't see on my recording device where I'm at. Here we go. So, oh, it has a login too. You can log in, and I set my network devices to not really need a login. I just leave it open, share, but you can log in, and it'll save your passwords also. And there's a place in the preferences to save your passwords also. But I love that it shows you how deep you're into a TV show or movie. What's neat is, well, some of the TV remotes, just for the TV, if I set the sleep timer, what I'll do is I'll have to get out of a show, then use my TV remote to set the sleep timer, because it'll start moving. Some of the signals it sends will actually interact with the Android device and move things around and stuff like that. So I got to get out of my TV show and then set the sleep timer and then go back to it. But luckily this has a resume. So I would just go back to the show, and then down here it resumes perfectly. And I haven't had this thing crash. It resumes perfectly, and I think that's it. I better leave it there because I've kind of rambled on. So it's just because I love this this media video player. So I hope this has helped. It took me a long time to find this. If you have any comments about something better, I did used to have VLC, but I really prefer this tremendously over the VLC. So if you have any suggestions, leave it down in the comments if they're open. And hope this has helped, and catch you later.